Premier League Rundown is sponsored by bwin.
Welcome to Premier League Rundown, the show where we take a look at the opening betting values of the Premier League matches this week. And joining me now to preview the matches and to tell us where the best value lies is Mike Richardson, sports writer and regular contributor to SBR Forum. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hello again, Natalie.
Okay, we have 10 Premier League matches to preview this week, so let's get started. Aston Villa versus QPR. The Rangers seem to be on a little roll. Since January, they've played 14 games, including cups. And in those, they've lost 6, drawn 5 and won 3. 2 of those 3 were the last 2 games they played. So can we see another win for the Rangers, or have bookies' favourites, the Villa, got this one?
Well, actually, Natalie, I'm going to go against both of those things. I think this game's going to end drawn. QPR have got back-to-back wins. I don't think they're going to make it 3 out of 3. And Aston Villa, after their win last weekend, are going to feel that some of the pressure's taken off them out of the relegation stakes. I think both these sides will probably settle for a point, but I'm still backing QPR to go down. It may be a 6-pointer, but I think these two sides will just even each other out overall.
Chelsea versus West Ham. Chelsea come from a draw against Man U, and before that a loss in the Europa League against Bucharest, 1-0. They are the favourites against 12th position West Ham. Mike, what do you like here?
Oh, you've got to like Chelsea in this game, Natalie. I do think West Ham, for all it's a London derby, they haven't got the team, they haven't got the depth of squad, they haven't got the legs to take on Chelsea, and I think Chelsea's draw against Manchester United will feel like a win. That coupled with the difficult results that they had against the Europa League in the Europa League last week will mean that they want to have a decent result to put their season back on track. I think Chelsea are going to take West Ham apart, and I reckon they're going to win by 2, if not 3 goals in this game.
Everton versus Manchester City, 14-point difference here. Can Man City close the gap between table giants Man U, or can Everton keep up with Liverpool on the point front? Mike, where's the value here?
You've got to bet Manchester City in this game. I think both teams are going to come up short in the league of this season, but Manchester City know that they can't afford to let any more points slip if they're going to have any chance of keeping the season alive and to keep the chase for the title exciting. I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to come up second, but that's no consolation to Everton. Man City are going to take Everton apart, and I can see them winning by a good couple of goals as well. So yeah, bet on City winning in this game.
Manchester United versus Reading at Old Trafford. Do the Royals stand a chance here? And with little money made betting the favourites, where does the money lie here, Mike?
I think, Natalie, if you want to make some money out of this game, you should bet hard on Reading winning the game. But then again, if you're going to do that, make sure your unicorn has been freshly fed and watered so you can write it down at the bookies to pick up your winnings. I don't think Reading are going to get anything from this game. Manchester United are too good, Reading are in trouble, and a change of management, I don't think they're going to stand any chance against the champions-elect. However, if you want to make some money, because as you said, the odds on Man United winning are pretty poor, you should probably go for the game being drawn at half-time, or even, if you're feeling particularly brave, bet on Reading being up at the 45 minutes, but don't bet on anything other than Man United winning at the 90-minute mark.
Southampton versus Liverpool. Liverpool come from an impressive and intense match against Tottenham, 3-2 on Sunday. I don't know about you, but I think I lost all of my fingernails watching that match. Their latest win brings them up to a total of 7 wins in their last 14 matches. 4 of those were in their last 4 matches played. Can bookies' favourites make this their 5th consecutive win against 16th position Southampton?
Well, Liverpool certainly can win it. Whether they will win it, I think, is a completely different matter. Liverpool are going to be full of confidence after that game against Spurs, and Southampton will be somewhat annoyed about going on a 3-game winless run. However, I think with Liverpool, confidence could be their undoing, and Southampton, they need the points. They're in real danger of being sucked back into the relegation zone. I think this game could well be a hard day's work for Liverpool, and I think the smart money is actually going to go on a draw in this game, which is where my money's going.
Right, well, do you know what? I went against Liverpool in the last match, so I think I'm with them on this one. Next game is Stoke versus West Bromwich. 10-point difference here with West Brom up front. Stoke are the favourites, but this could be a close match. Mike, what do you like here?
Yes, it's going to be close, Natalie, and I do think Stoke will be the favourites for a reason. They're at home, they tend not to lose, and also the sort of run they've had at present, including their defeat at the hands of Newcastle last Sunday, will mean that they will be equally fired up, and much like Southampton, and they're going to come all out and they're going to play for the 3 points. I think a draw at home for Stoke is going to be too little, too late in this game. So yeah, I'm back in Stoke. West Brom will just have to take it. It's going to be one of those games.
Sunderland versus Norwich City. Home team Sunderland aren't having a good run of late. They've lost 4 out of their 5 matches and drawn the other. They're getting dangerously low to that dreaded relegation line, and they really need to win this, as are Norwich City, who currently sit 1 position on the league table above them with 3 points more. Mike, where's the value here?
I think you should bet on the home side winning. I agree, Norwich are 1 point better off, but that means they're a little bit more comfortable. Sunderland have that home advantage, and also they should have the fear in the very marrow of their bones that they could be sucked down in that relegation zone. It's very tight down in the Premier League at the wrong end of the table at the minute, and I think that sort of thing will be all to Sunderland's advantage. And I think Norwich are going to have a run around at the weekend, and I don't think they're going to have enough. Sunderland need the win, Sunderland need to score goals, and I think they're going to get all of that against Norwich at home at the weekend.
Swansea versus Arsenal. Both teams come into this match from a loss. Swansea lost against West Brom on Saturday 2-1. Arsenal lost against the Spurs 2-1. Arsenal are slight favourites though, but could this match be close? Mike, where's the value here?
Now, this is an absolute too close to call game. Arsenal are the very definition of anything going to happen team at the minute. Swansea are a good team that seem to run hot and cold. They get a win, then they get a loss, then they get a win, then they get a loss. I think when they host Arsenal, yeah, anything can happen. I'd be very tempted to keep well away from this one. None of the odds tickle my fancy, but I think, if you put a gun to my head and say you have to bet on something, bet on Arsenal being consistently inconsistent. I think if you want to make any money at all, bet on a home victory, so back Swansea and back them winning by 2 clear goals.
Okay then, Tottenham versus Fulham. The Spurs are huge favourites in this match. They come from a close, nail-biting loss against Liverpool on Sunday, 3-2. Last time Fulham played was on the 2nd, and they drew 2-2 to Sunderland. So will this rest help or hinder the team? Mike, what do you like here?
Yeah, Natalie, I think the rest is going to help Fulham, but I don't think it's going to help them enough. Tottenham may have thought they were in with a chance against Liverpool, but if they'd read my Premier League predictions, they would have known that they were going to lose. I think that sort of defeat will galvanise Spurs to come out fighting, and I think Tottenham, despite the rest, they haven't got the legs, and they haven't got the squad, and they haven't got the talent really to compete with Tottenham. This game's going to be all about Tottenham. However, the odds are so poor that the only way that you're going to make any real money is betting very hard on Tottenham winning, and betting them winning both halves and a decent score. So yeah, start betting on maybe 3-0 or 3-1 on Spurs, but bet on a Spurs win.
Wigan versus Newcastle, final match of the weekend, and it's going to be close. Wigan need these points. They're 3rd from the bottom with 24 points. But bookies are slightly favouring the away team. Mike, where's the value here?
Yeah, I'd say Newcastle are the side on form at the minute, although they're going to have a very tricky Europa League tie on Thursday night, so they could be a little bit ragged after that. And also, I think the Magpies know that they're pretty safe for relegation, therefore they might be concentrating on the Europa League. Wigan, they've got that FA Cup next round game to look forward to, but their big problem at the minute is staying in the Premier League. I think Wigan will be a lot more fired up, although on the flip side of that, Newcastle have the quality and they have the talent. So a draw is probably a pretty safe bet on that. But personally, for all my Newcastle friends and family, I'm going to have a little side bet on Newcastle winning.
All right, Mike, as always, thanks for joining us.
Cheers, Natalie.
For SBR Forum, I'm Natalie Rydstrom.